Hi, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Lovely to see you. Great. Well, this morning when I was just feeling into what it was for us, what was coming to me is the lesson, I rest in God. So I'm going to read through this lesson, and it's very practical. It is both a guided meditation. It literally is taking us inward into resting in God and knowing that this is our purpose and our function. And this lesson is so beautiful, the way that Jesus really brings it home as to how this is for the whole mind. This is for all of our brothers. This is for the awakening of the whole sonship, and how the world comes nearer to waking every time we rest in God. So it's just one of those lessons that reminds us of the depth of the value of taking the time to meditate and to choose to rest in God. That it's not a small thing. It's for the whole. And also, either side of the meditation, when we drop inward into silence, it's also very practical. This is a lesson that is of forgiveness. And of course, it's about transferring this awareness of resting in God to be a constant state, to be our consistent experience, whether our eyes are open or closed, no matter what we're dealing with, no matter what's going on in the world around us. Our goal is to rest in God regardless, and then to be able to offer this awareness, to radiate this awareness, to be this state of awareness in every moment, regardless of, as he describes, winds of hate and clashing dreams. So yeah, it's a very powerful, profound, beautiful lesson that also reminds us of the simplicity of our function. The simplicity of our function being forgiveness and desiring God. So I rest in God. You can sit so you're comfortable, close your eyes now or whenever you're ready. And I'll just read through, and at some point we'll just pause and I'll ring the bell to go into silence. And when we go into the meditation, you can just use this sentence, I rest in God, as your anchor, as the redirection to remember what it is that we truly desire above all else, and to use this to be able to just let go of any other thoughts that arise or anything else that comes up that seems to be more important than allowing resting in God. We ask for rest today and quietness unshaken by the world's appearances. We ask for peace and stillness in the midst of all the turmoil born of clashing dreams. We ask for safety and for happiness, although we seem to look on danger and on sorrow. And we have the thought that what will answer our asking with what we request. I rest in God. This thought will bring to you the rest and quiet, peace and stillness, and the safety and the happiness that you seek. I rest in God. This thought has power to wake the sleeping truth in you, whose vision sees beyond appearances, to that same truth in everyone and everything there is. Here is the end of suffering for all the world and everyone who ever came and yet will come to linger for a while. Here is the thought in which the Son of God is born again to recognize himself. I rest in God. Completely undismayed, this thought will carry you through storms and strife, past misery and pain, past loss and death, and onward to the certainty of God. There is no suffering it cannot heal. There is no problem that it cannot solve, and no appearance but will turn to truth before the eyes of you who rest in God. This is the day of peace. You rest in God, and while the world is torn by winds of hate, your rest remains completely undisturbed. Yours is the rest of truth. Appearances cannot intrude on you. You call to all to join you in your rest, and they will hear and come to you because you rest in God. They will not hear another voice than yours because you gave your voice to God, and now you rest in Him and let Him speak through you. In Him you have no cares and no concerns, no burdens, no anxiety, no pain, no fear of future, and no past regrets. In timelessness you rest, while time goes by without its touch upon you. For your rest can never change in any way at all. You rest today. And as you close your eyes, sink into stillness. Let these periods of rest and respite reassure your mind that all its frantic fantasies were but the dreams of fever that has passed away. Let it be still and thankfully accept its healing. No more fearful dreams will come now that you rest in God. Take time today to slip away from dreams and into peace. Each hour that you take your rest today, a tired mind is suddenly made glad. A bird with broken wings begins to sing. A stream long dry begins to flow again. The world is born again each time you rest and hourly remember that you came to bring the peace of God into the world, that it might take its rest along with you. With each 5 minutes that you rest today, the world is nearer waking, and the time when rest will be the only thing there is comes closer to all worn and tired minds, too weary now to go their way alone. And they will hear the bird begin to sing and see the stream begin to flow again, with hope reborn and energy restored to walk with lightened steps along the road that suddenly seems easy as they go. You rest within the peace of God today and call upon your brothers from your rest to draw them to their rest along with you. You will be faithful to your trust today, forgetting no one, bringing everyone into the boundless circle of your peace, the holy sanctuary where you rest. Open the temple doors and let them come from far across the world and near as well. Your distant brothers and your closest friends, bid them all enter here and rest with you. You rest within the peace of God today, quiet and unafraid. Each brother comes to take his rest and offer it to you. We rest together here, for thus our rest is made complete. And what we give today, we have received already. Time is not the guardian of what we give today. We give to those unborn and those passed by, to every thought of God, and to the mind in which these thoughts were born and where they rest. And we remind them of their resting place each time we tell ourselves, I rest in God. So just allow yourself to sink inward opening to the experience of resting in God. If anyone comes to mind, if your thoughts go to anyone in your life, memories of any person, any brother, respond to that thought with an invitation to rest in God. Just allow yourself to sink deeper, deeper within, knowing that this direction of resting in God is for the whole world, the whole mind, for everyone, everywhere. That this truly is the answer to every problem. Just allow yourself to sink deeper. And in doing so, to let go of any thoughts of concern involving the world, or your life, of the future or the past. Trusting deeply that the more we open to experiencing resting in God, that this is the solution, that this direct connection with love, with peace, provides all answers. I rest in God. I rest in God. I rest in God. Thank you. I rest in God. So let this awareness be our reference point of truth, to remember always that this is truth and that we can return to it in any moment, just with the desire to be with it, to be in it. So throughout the day, the evening, this week, may this reminder of who we are be ever present and always with us. And with all of my heart, I encourage you to pause, and all it takes, no matter what is going on, is just to remember this: I rest in God, and then continue on. All it takes is a moment to be connected, as the connection is always there. Resting in God is ever abiding. This, who we truly are, is always resting in God. So it's just when our mind gets caught up in the dream of something else that we forget. So this is our function, this is our purpose. This is our mind training. To continually choose for what it is that we truly desire, and it's to rest in God, always. Every moment of the day, throughout waking dreams and sleeping dreams. And from here we are guided. From here, Spirit lives through us, telling us exactly what to do, where to go. Guiding our every moment as we rest in God. Thank you so much, everyone.